Hello, welcome to the triumphant return of Commander Fodder. I had to think about it there, nearly said Commander Dirtle. So Commander Fodder. So this is a return to a variant that I did try at one point under the Commander Fodder banner. So I've had Commander Fodder in various guises. In one form it was done in paper, in another form I was using, I think, theme decks as my starting point, but there was one that I don't think I fully explored, and I did it for a brief period of time, and it was actually popular, but I never really did it over a long period, so I think I'm going to give it a go again. And the basic principle of it was this, is that I picked a set from a particular era. In this case, it's Mirage, and using a website called MTGen, I generated, I think it was either 5 or 10 packs, there might have been 6 packs of cards, and picked a rare. And what was happening is I was doing it in combination with other episodes where I was doing like a sealed episode. So I think it was a byproduct of that. So I've done the first stage here. I just opened 6 virtual packs of Mirage. I had to think there again. Mirage. And one of the rares was Uktabi Wildcats. So I thought, yeah, let's build a deck round Uktabi Wildcats. So for this episode, that's what we're going to do. So the other thing you'll notice is because of that, the starting pool is pretty small. Generally what I'll do is I'll have the card, I'll have the land, and if it's not a legend, because I want to be using that as obviously as the commander, I'll choose a commander that I think is best going to fit the theme that I'm trying to achieve here. I'll then also have some cards over in the maybe board, which I'll bring across and we'll use as well. So these are cards that I fancy playing in the deck because they reinforce the theme in some way. So once we flick over to using the archidekt algorithm, it forces it down a certain pathway. Originally, I was going to try and get round not using the algorithm, the edhrec that's shrink wrapped into here. However, I've got so used to it as a crutch, I'm finding it really hard to give up, and I super enjoy the suggestions it comes up with. So we'll go with this for a while. What I might find I end up doing is having maybe taking a bit more of a toolkit approach at some point and having stuff over in the maybe board that represents what's the word I'm looking for? Auto includes a bad word, but I think you know what I mean, like cards that are useful utility to have in a certain colour of deck, basically, certain commander colour identity, or just with a certain theme. But the reason at the moment why I'm not doing that is sometimes when you do that when you haven't got many cards in the deck already, it does have an effect obviously on the suggestion engine, on the edhrec suggestion engine, and will inadvertently pull it in certain directions, particularly where you have multi-use creatures. So you might have a utility creature with another ability stapled to it, which are great in commander, and that can adversely affect the suggestion algorithm, because that other ability on there, it's just going to pull in cards that reflect that theme just through the way that suggestion engines will work. So I'm going to try and keep it pretty lean for these first episodes, see where it takes me, and then go from there. So we have Uktabi Wildcats. We have our forest from the set. Obviously, we've got to have the artwork from the set. Also, what I'm trying to do is keep it in terms of the set that I choose to create my virtual packs, which I choose the rare from, to be in the same era as my deck musings episode. So at the moment we're very much sitting in what I suppose you would call what's the best way to describe it? So it's not Tempest. Hang on, sorry about this, my mind has just gone completely blank. That's happened sometimes. Mirage. Sorry about that. Yeah, Mirage. So yeah, it's very much for this one. We're starting off with something in Mirage. The deck musings episode was for Mirage. So that potentially over the following weeks, as I stay in looking at decks in the deck musings episode that are from that era of standard, so it could be, you know, a few weeks, I've got a number of sets I could pull from, not just Mirage block, but obviously Ice Age block, so that's going to be interesting. So but I thought I'd start with this. Also, another reason why Uktabi Orangutan was in the Worlds deck that I looked at for the deck musings. So this is there for utility. 2 and a green, 2/2, when comes into play, destroy target artifact. Obviously there's probably better ways of doing this, but I thought it was interesting. So I'll bring that across. Waiting in the Weeds from the same set as the Wildcats. So for each untapped forest he or she controls, each player puts a cat token into play under his or her control. Treat these tokens as 1/1 green creatures. So we've got forest and cats. Excellent. If indeed that's going to go across. Eudora Grave Gardener. So 4 and a green, 5/5. Obviously a lot later in Magic's history. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's hands. It's a forest land. So, obviously some of these... So we've got this theme of power and toughness related to forests. So, I've chosen a commander, not only that does that, but has this other effect. So for 3 and 2 green, Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, is a star legendary creature elemental, where the star, its power and its toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Similar to Wildcats. But this one, it's just any lands. This one, it's forest, but it's a mono green deck. We're going to be playing forests. Also, non-token creatures you control are forest lands in addition to their other types. So we've got this card, which is actually returning non-token creatures to the battlefield, and it makes them a forest land. And this one is in addition to, or they are. So I'm going to see what this does in terms of taking it in a certain direction. We'll see. So obviously this has strong ties thematically, or could do, to landfall. That's where I see this possibly going. And also creatures which are influenced by the number of forests in play, which obviously is amplified by these effects. So let do a search, shall we? So roughly what it's going to be is, you know, just over a third land, probably just under a third creatures, and then a third of all the other stuff. Instant sorceries, artifacts, enchantments, and any planeswalkers. So it looks like, yeah, this is what I want. So I want all these creatures which scale based on the number of forests or the number of lands in play. Also, we might have, like I said, a bit of landfall going on. Now, if you remember, I might have to think very carefully about tokens in the deck. Because this only applies to non-creature tokens. If I'm trying to use creatures as ramp. But that's not to say I'm not going to have tokens in the deck. I just need to be a bit mindful about what they are doing in the deck and how I can pump those creatures for a sort of go wide strategy. But at the moment I'm just flicking through, having a look and seeing some possibilities here. Okay, so let's narrow it down a bit. Let us... I'm just going to curiously look at enchantments. Because I could get a bit Voltron with my commander. And that is very tempting. Each land gets +2/+2 as long as it's a creature. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control. See, landfall works really nice with the fact that I'm going to get stuff coming back as forests as a result of the one of the cards in my deck. So I really have to decide here what I want to do. Beginning of your end step, untap all lands you control. When a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a forest gun, then put the revealed card on the bottom of your library. It's good we're playing mono green. I'm going to leave Corsair out for the moment. I'll put that back in later. It's a good way of doing card draw. Let's try that in here. Okay. It's good. We could end up with a ludicrous curve, but yeah. Hopefully we're generating a lot of mana. Going to see what planeswalkers can help out here. Moving on to artifacts. Okay, that is very tempting. So is that. We'll have that. We'll have that. Now I am playing mono green, so maybe I'll have the Emerald Medallion. Shall I run the Lightning Greaves as well? Maybe. Yep. That's okay for the moment. Yep, of course I put in the Soul Ring. So, sorceries. Let's see what we get suggested. So yeah, Cultivate. Kodama's going to go in, rampant growth, but I am interested in stampede type things. Nice bit of card draw. So Cultivate, Kodama, rampant growth, and draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Not sure about Awaken the Woods. Okay, Genesis Wave. Reveal the top X cards of your library. You may put any number of cost X from the battlefield. That is interesting. Maybe I'll revisit this in a moment. So 7 sorceries. Yep. So moving on to instants. Just scroll down. Don't really need crop rotation, I don't think. tutor would be nice. That's handy. Krosan Grip. It's funny, we were talking about these sort of cards in the deck musings episode. I think what I'll do is I'll start adding in creatures and then we'll revisit the utility. See, we are in mono green, so we do need a way of dealing with threats. Maybe I should just stick in the Beast Within for the moment. Okay, so because I always tend to forget this or leave it till the end, we will put in some land now. Yeah, I figured that would happen. Now, actually, while I'm here, this would answer a question that I had this morning when I was doing the deck musings episodes, and I was trying to remember like what cards had forest as a type on them that weren't basic lands that had additional utility, and I don't see anything here, but I'm sure there was a cycle. Like fairly well within the last few years, basically. 6 green. Hideaway. Unsure. Each land is a forest in addition to its other land types. Yeah. I will revisit this as well, in case there's any extra. Oh, hang on. Here we go. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, let's cut the land down a little bit because we've added some in. Make sure I've ordered this by mana value because I can see this getting to be a bit of a crazy curve. Okay, here we go. I suppose we need to maybe max out with the mana dorks if we can. So let's do our 1-drops. Whenever I landed spat for the dual control, I had 1 mana of any colour. Yeah. So we've got a lot of landfall stuff here. Okay, Oracle of Moldiah. Let's ramp it up. Craterhoof. Privilege control. Yep. Untap all permanents you control during each other's. Yep. Plans from your graveyard. So, do I want that as an option? And how would that interact with... Where is it? Oh, it is a May effect. Okay, that's good to know. So that would be, so I get a choice then. I could do one or the other. Yeah, okay. I like May effects. Let's just go up here. Redo this. Ramping it up here. There's a May on that one as well. Ludicrous amounts of ramp. Looks amusing. Don't think I've got that many tree folk in here, but I could be wrong. Did I accidentally? Oh, hang on, did it put a token in there? Yeah. It's better. $87 cards. So I'm going to revisit the instance, I think. do some convoke shenanigans. I suppose that's another way of removing stuff. So that. Are we looking? Yeah, that's better. Right. Let's revisit the lands. See if anything interesting turns up. Do I want to play a war room? Probably. I don't know. Reef. Okay. Very good. So let's get the last of those creatures in here. I'm tempted to play an Avenger of Zendikar. Go with a plant sub-theme. Scoot Swarm. Whenever land enters the battlefield and you control, create 1/1 green. If you control 6 or more lands, to create a token that's a copy of Scoot Swarm. Yeah. Still a bit of a thing here. We can create food tokens. What else can we do? We can have that. All the things. To play all the toys in green. Interesting interaction with the rest of the deck, and I think I would benefit from an acidic slime. Still got 5 slots here. Wow, okay. Should check to see if we've got any interesting enchantments. Could run a Sylvan. Let's do that. Let's just make this ridiculously rampy. power and toughness based on land and tokens. Soul of the Harvest. So much cool stuff here. One more card. Wow, look at that curve. Yow. Okay. Oh, it's fine. We're in green. Who cares? Okay, here we go. You control each land in your graveyard. Keep. Power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. Oh yeah, cool. Right. Here we are. Let me export this. I'm assuming this is ludicrously expensive. Yeah, $450. I'm assuming. What's the expensive card in here? Is it? Isn't it? Yeah, that one. Okay, so just very quickly, we could lose that one if we wanted to. The price to go down. One Reef not too expensive. Reliquary Tower. Okay, that's fine. Enchantment wise, what's our expensive cards here? Natural Growth. Bear Umbra. Okay. Spectre the Wolf. Or Exploration. Wonder how much this is. This was a treasure chest that was originally in 4th edition, 5th, well, so the 5th edition one. Exploration, okay. Our commander, we can't really do anything about that. Now here I'm assuming it's in the Lightning Greaves and the Emerald Medallion here. And this could be spread out quite widely. Instance, is it Wildly Tutor? Probably, yeah. Sorceries, Overwhelming Stampede, and 3 visits, maybe, yeah. Here, Craterhoof. So many powerful cards here. Yeah, okay. There's quite a bit of money in the top end there. That's nice and cheap. Let's see, more news. So yeah, I suppose plenty of opportunities for substitutions there, should you want to bring the price down. So, let's go into the plate tester. Go away. Okay. A 3-lander. I think I'd keep that. So here I'm just going to... What did I just do there? Oh, yep. I'm just going to play around with hands. So we do that. So we could get that out, maybe. Got that, as long as you control 6 or more lands. Okay, we get that out. We've got Colossal Majesty at the beginning upkeep. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Seriously, play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. Okay, well, that's good. If we actually have any lands to play, that's the question. So what can't we come online? So yeah, we've got these things stuck in our hand, but we can get these out. Another forest. Another forest. So now, okay, that would come out anyway. Got that. Search your library for a creature card. Yep, so we can maybe hold that till a good point. I don't know. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Because it should just be a creature card, unless we were holding it. So we've got, you know, maybe we want a card with a particular utility at a certain time. Okay. Yeah, I might as well play all this out. I probably would have already tutored for something here, but it looks like we're not having any trouble making drops. Because we can get that out. We can get, well, we don't want Stampede out yet. Yeah, okay. Good. Oh, there we go. Scoot Swarm. So, and, oh yeah, of course I forgot. We can cast this. Yeah, so we can get that out. Good, okay. Oh, more forests. That's working quite well. So let's have another go. Oh dear. Oh yeah, even better. Okay, so I'll keep that, and we can cultivate as well. Get that out. Draw. Get that out. Lotus Cobra. Dania we can cultivate, which we don't really need to at the moment. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, yep. Well, we're certainly making our land drops, although we haven't been casting that much. Okay, that's handy. 5. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, we could use this to get more land out. And then maybe this might come online quicker. I don't know if I'd want to save this until that was useful for something to get back. So now things are starting to shape up nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Cultivator Colossus. Comes into play, I can get this out, and so on. Good, okay. I'm liking this deck. Two-lander, keep this, boom, draw. The lands just keep coming. That out, boom, that out. So now we run into a little problem. I'm going to keep this back. Of course I could replace this with another card, but it was just there because of the connection with this morning's video. And now we're a little stuck. What's that? Okay, that's no good to us. Well, let's just pretend we've blown up someone's soul ring, eh? Oh, there we go. Got a beast within. Got any 4-drops? No. Another forest. What 5-drops? We've got our commander. Rampaging Balos doesn't come online yet. Let's just get our commander out. We can also suit it up with Blackblade if we wanted to. Oh look, we've got a little kitty. Look at that. For each untapped forest he or she controls, each player puts a cat token into play under his or her control. Treat these tokens as 1/1 green creatures. So, yeah. So you just want to play that strategically. So when there are no other forests in play, or as a political card. So at the moment that would be good for us to play, assuming, well, again we're in a goldfish scenario, so difficult to say, but yeah, this is good. So a little bit slow on that hand, and then finally, oh yeah, this is good. Keep this. So we've got Arbor Elf, draw, boom. Oops, I can't see very clearly with this. So turn 4. We do have a Sylvan Advocate, which we might as well get out, I suppose. Surge, can't come out yet. We can play that. Commander goes down, and then we can start getting these out. So we're a little stuck now. Okay. Let's get some kitties out, shall we? How many do we want? Can I duplicate that? Create. There we go. There's our kitties. Not too yowly either. Oh, 5. At the beginning of each week, double the power and toughness of each creature you control. Oh, there we go. Till end of turn. That's what we want. Doubling the power of our kitties. There was a card in here. Oh, land creatures. That's no good. That makes those 2 2s. Okay. So 6. So yeah, all of these, well, apart from this one, are now castable on each turn. So let's just have a look. Yeah. Okay. Happy with that. So there we have it. I think I'm pretty pleased with what I've seen. And as I said before I went into the play tester, you can obviously remove some of the higher cost cards here to maybe bring the price down a bit. We saw there was some stuff in the land, we can remove enchantments, instants, yeah, pretty much everywhere I suppose. Artifacts. I didn't see the Emerald Medallion in any of the play testing we did there. Thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in the next video.